மாடல் அது வேற. அந்த அந்த இப்ப வந்து இது ஓகே. இது வந்து நாட் சீட்டட் ஆகிடுச்சு. நான் ரிவ்யூலாம் படிச்சு தானே போடுவேன். ஒன்னே ஒண்ணு என்ன பொருள் நல்லா இருக்கு ஏசி மட்டும். இதெல்லாம் பொருள் டேமேஜ் இருக்கு.
ஏசியுமே வந்து ஓகேக்கா வரைக்கும் ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு. சரியா
அது என்ன வந்து அப்படின்னா வாட்டர் இப்படி போகுது கொஞ்சம் தூரம் தான் வாட்டர் நம்ம விட்டுருக்கா வேற வழியில் இருக்கு. அந்த வாட்டர் விட்டுருக்கப்ப நீ இப்ப நீ வாட்டர் போட்டிருக்கல பியூ வாட்டர் அங்க போக மாட்டேங்குது. கொஞ்சம் உள்ள நிக்கும். அப்ப நீ ஏசி ஆன் பண்ணோம்னா என்ன ஆகும்னா உள்ள ஏர் வரும். அந்த ஏர் வந்து அந்த இடத்தை ஃபில் பண்ணி அப்ப பூத்து அனுப்பி விடும். அந்த மோட்டார் நீங்க போடல
ஸ்மெல் வந்துட்டு இருந்துச்சு. அப்புறம் நீங்க கேட்டு சொன்னீங்களா. அப்புறம் நான் எப்பவுமே மேக்கப் போட்டு தான் இங்க உட்காந்துக்கே அனுப்புவேன். ஆமா
அதுதான் நீங்க மோட்டார் போட்டீங்கன்னா தெரிஞ்சுக்கல ஏர்ல காங்க கொர்றன்னு வருது கொர்றன்னு வந்து போயிரும்ல அதேதான் அதே கான்செப்ட். அந்த வாட்டர் இருக்கிறதுனால அது இல்லைன்னா எல்லாமே அவங்களே போட்டிருக்காங்க. நம்ம சும்மா அப்படி சுரண்டி எடுத்துட்டு வாங்க. ஓட்டைன்னா ஓட்டையே தெரியல. நம்ம இந்த வீட்டுல இந்த ஓட்டையில அடைச்சு அது மாதிரி போட்டு வச்சிருக்காங்க. அதை எடுத்துட்டு மாட்டிட்டு பத்திரமா
வெளியில பில்டிங்.
ஆமா அது நமக்கு பால்கனில வச்சுக்கலாம். பால்கனி நம்ம கிச்சன் பால்கனில வச்சுக்கலாம். ஆனா இடம் அடைக்கும். வெளியில வைக்கலாம். வெளியில வச்சா எவ்வளவு தூரம் பைப் லைன் கொடுப்ப? அது காப்பர் பைப்ல. ஆமா அது பக்கத்துல பால்கனில வச்சுக்கலாம். பால்கனில வச்சுக்கலாம். நம்ம ஏசி சவுண்ட் வராதே வருதா? வருமா நம்ம விட்டு? நாங்க வச்சிருந்தப்ப எல்லாம் நாங்க இங்க சத்தம் கேட்கும். உங்களுக்கு கேட்குமா?
நமக்கு கேட்காது. உள்ள இருக்கவங்களுக்கு கேட்காது.
அப்புறம் எப்படி? அதானே லாஜிக்கு. வெளியில என்ன வேணாலும் போயிட்டு போகுது. உங்களுக்கு என்ன
நம்ம வீடு பால்கனில வச்சோம்னா நமக்கு சத்தம் கேட்கல அப்படின்னு ராத்திரி ஒருவேளை நம்ம கிச்சன் பால்கனியா
மொத்தம் 4 பால்கனி இருக்கு. 2 பெட்ரூம்க்கு இருக்கு. இவங்க பெட்ரூம் மட்டும் இல்ல. ஏன் கேட்டது
இல்ல நல்ல பால்கனி
சின்னதா இருக்கும். கட்டில சின்னதா இருக்கும். அவங்களுக்கு 2 ரூம் கொடுத்துருவோம். அவங்க நல்லபடியா சந்தோஷமா இருக்கட்டும். டே டைம் ஃபுல்லா
பால்கனி
2 ரூம் கொடுத்துறேன். நீங்க தண்ணி அடிச்சுட்டு உட்கார்றது அந்த ரூம் நல்லா கம்ஃபர்ட்டா இருக்கும். நீங்க ஆடுனாலும் பாடுனாலும் கூத்து அடிச்சாலும் வெளியில கேட்காது. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ரூம். நைட் பகல்ல பேசிக்கிறதுக்கு விளையாண்டுக்கிறதுக்கு சிரிச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு அந்த ரூம் நல்லா இருக்கும். உட்காந்து சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு ஸ்நாக்ஸ் சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு டீ குடிக்கிறதுக்கெல்லாம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸா இருக்கும். அது ஆண்டி நல்லா வால் கலருக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி கர்டன் போட்டுக்கலாம். அவன் என்ன பண்ணிட்டா மாஸ்டர் பெட்ரூம்க்கு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்குற கார்டுல கிச்சன் கிட்ஸ் பெட்ரூம்க்கு ரொம்பவே இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டா. ஏன்னா அவன் அங்க இருக்கிறக்காக அந்த வீடு கட்டியிருக்கா. அப்புறம் அதுக்கு இந்த வீடு ப்ரிப்ரஸ் ஆன உடனேயும் சொந்த வீடு வாங்கிட்டாங்க. தனி வீடு
இங்க இது இருக்கும்போது என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க?
ஹலோ 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 சரி எனக்கு இதுல ஏதாவது பண்ணி கொடுங்க. இதுல கொஞ்சம் சர்க்கரையும் கொஞ்சம் டைம் கொடுத்து மட்டும் சாப்பிட்டு நான் கத்துறேன். 3 மணி நேரம் கத்தாங்க. ஸ்ட்ரீம் லைன் ஆயிடுச்சு. இப்ப நான் பேசுறலாம் கேட்கும். பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு Hello. Am I audible to you? Hello. 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 ஏம்மா கால் மெசேஜ் வந்திருக்கு. நீ கொஞ்சம் எடுத்துக்கீங்க. 2 ஸ்பூன் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. நான் கல்ல நல்லா தான் சாப்பிட்டேன். அப்புறம் இப்போ அப்புறம் வந்து கிளாஸ் நடக்கிறப்ப வந்து கதை தட்டுங்க. நம்மளோட சத்தங்கிடுச்சு. அவன் தட்டினீங்களா? நான் பார்த்தேன். ஃபுல்லா நீங்க வெளியே வர வரைக்கும் கையில 5 பாயிண்ட் முடிச்சுட்டேன். ஆமா, அதே டீ எழுது சாப்பாடு காப்பிட சொல்லி நீங்களும் சாப்பிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். அப்படியே வந்து கொடுத்தா குடிக்கலாம். பட் என்ன அது வரவே இல்லை. இன்னும் வரவே இல்லை. எனக்கு ஸ்ட்ரீம் லைன் பண்ணிடுச்சு. நான் பேசுறது கேட்கணும். Ma'am, good evening. Hello. Good evening. Ma'am, can you hear my voice? Shall we start? Morning, actually 10, 11 people have joined. Let us wait for a few more minutes. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have any doubt, ask me. Once the class over, you be online, we will discuss. You call me. If I forget also, you please call me. You remind me. Okay, ma'am. Let us wait for another 5 minutes. Let them join. Already it is streamlined. Oh. Fan மட்டும். சும்மா வச்சுக்கோ. Ma'am, let us start. Let us start. Okay, ma'am. Okay, I think about radon, if any question will come, you can answer, I hope. And you have to write about some of the data if they'll ask. What is EPA said, and American Health Association, they have conferred that around 50% of medical association, 50% of illness are caused by or aggravated by indoor air pollution. Some of the data you say, and because of air pollution or by tuberculosis caused by air pollution, is estimated that 8.5 million people annually passed away because of tuberculosis. Then about radon, how it forms, what is the effect, you know? Yeah, there's the health effect of radon we have started, isn't it? The major health associated with any radioactive material is different type of cancer. But even if you are exposed to gamma, beta, alpha, beta, gamma radiation from that atomic power station, or any artificial, what is that, radioactive elements, or a smaller level, or if you undergo for X-ray, X-ray also damages cells. You know that? Ma'am, are you aware of that? If you are undergoing X-ray for many times, ultraviolet, then one more techniques there. What is that called? Very aggressive instrumentation. I forgot that name. I forgot that name, and I remember all those instruments. Those are all working under very active or high intensive or high frequency radioactive waves. If we undergo those tests, it gives the result to cure some diseases, but it spares another disease that is. If we expose it to quite a long time, it happens. So all radioactive elements which causes one or other type of cancer, this radon space that also makes all melanin type, that eye-related things, skin-related diseases, everything, along with that, aggressively when we are seeing the probability, which makes major part of impact when we have compared and analyzed, which exposure to radon gives lung cancer. Then Environmental Protection Agency, that is in the United States, which estimate that radon causes 14 per year 40,000 people died only by radon exposure. Means it is not a small data, we can't imagine also. It is not 10 or 14 or 1,400, it is 14,000. A huge number, only because of radon exposure. Radon is a source for sand. From the sand only it comes. Then it is, when the sand it is available plenty, when it comes along with us from our food, whether either with chappal or without chappal, wherever the crack or something is there, it and emits, then it makes this much complicated. So we have to be aware of it. Whatever the chappal we are using, we have to use it outside. It should not be bring into the inside. If it goes also, let it go. Inside, whatever we are using, it should not go outside. Like that concept, we only have to practice. Okay. Then if a person is smoker and has elevated radon levels, both combinedly, I said, it makes the cancer, lung cancer in a forwarding manner, increasing manner. Then environmental tobacco smoke. We all know that. You know that Indian economy is mainly contributed by which sector? What is the main income of ours? You know that? Any one of you can answer. How many of you are there? 4 only. Me and Ambedkar University, Raki Madam and Anmod. Ma'am, our Indian economy depends on what, you know? What is our backbone of Indian economy? What is backbone of Indian economy? People are saying that agriculture. But our major income, major contribution of our Indian income is from tobacco industry only. Even then people are writing here and there, don't smoke. If you smoke, it causes cancer. It kills your lung. All the advertisement is there. Even that has been written on the cigarette, so or not, I don't know. But all the company, they are making that kind of advertisement. Those who are selling and manufacturing, they are dealing and the trading, everything. Why they are doing continuing that particular sector? Because our Indian economy mainly depending on tobacco industry only. That is true. But even then, whatever the pollutant coming out of it, for the active and passive smoker, if you'll come to the number, then we will be amazed. Look at that. Environmental tobacco smoke is also known as ETS, simply. Environmental tobacco smoke is being mentioned as ETS. Second-hand smoke, that is called a passive smoker. That means the person is there nearby the active smoker. They are called a passive smoker or a second-hand smoker. A mixture of about from one cigarette, 4,000 compound comes from the burning end of a cigarette. Not 4 or 40 compound, 4,000 compounds are coming out at the end of the cigarette. 40 of this 4,000 are known to cause cancer in human and animal. Among these 4,000, 40 chemicals are causing cancer for both animal and plants. Human and animals. Okay. Then this Environmental Protection Agency suggests that environmental tobacco emission or the pollution is responsible for 3,000 lung cancer then death each year in non-smoking adult. Not smoking adults. They said non-smoking adult itself, that is passive smoker himself, they are dying 3,000 people means it is not a small number. Okay, young children whose parents smoke in their presence are at a high risk of respiratory infection such as pneumonia and bronchitis. Then this is about the tobacco, how it is serious. And they didn't say the smokers will die this much. They said more about the passive smokers only. How this passive smoker, how much it is affected even kids because of passive smoking. Even the statistical data also they have given. From that, we only have to understand whether we are learning for exam or not. That is secondary issue. First, we have to take the prevention measure from our side for us and for our kids or our family. Then biological contaminant. What is meant by biological contaminant? Biological contaminant is there everywhere, isn't it? Biological contaminant, what we can say? Whatever bacteria, virus, mold, fungus, algae, whatever we are saying, those are all called biological contaminant, including pollen. Pollen, actually, we are thinking that pollen is not a pollutant, but it is a major pollutant, which causes cancer, which causes asthma. Even during summer season, we people like to roam in the park in the evening. The people try to avoid to roam in the park in the evening because that time throughout the day pollination is going on. So pollen will be there here and there in the air. It is going and blowing here and there. Then only the pollination will take place. But after 6 or 5:35 like that, if we avoid to go to the park, we avoid to sit in below the tree, that will be good. Because we are all aware of it. Summer season is the season for blooming of all flowers. Nice smell will come. We all enjoy with that. But this is the major problem of pollen grains. So biological contaminants are mold, mildew, bacteria, pet dander, dust mites, and pollen. Some sources are pollen from plants and bacteria by people and animals that we can't avoid. We only have to restrict ourselves. Central air units, if moist, can produce molds and mildews that are circulated through the house. This is major problem. What is meant by central air units? Can you define what is meant by central air unit? What is meant by central air unit? What could be called central air unit at home? Yes.
Any one of you? Wherever we are providing. Nowadays, that provision is less. Earlier days, if you look at our older house, they will make the open at the middle of the house. Have you seen any house like that? Earlier days, we can say 100 years, 50 years before constructed house will look means all the four sides the house will be there. At the middle they have open. And in that only they used to do hand washing, something like that. I mean, rain comes with the water falls and which gives plenty of air circulation and it gives enough sunlight. All those things, all sort of provision you could see in the older houses. Nowadays, we are not having. We have what kind of provision nowadays we have? We have doors and windows. In that also, we are making some sort of mesh for mosquitoes. Earlier days, even they had such type of open at the middle. They didn't have that mosquito problem. So after thinking everything, why these mosquitoes are coming? How this mosquitoes population is breeding? Can you answer, any one of you? It is not a tough question. It is very easy question. I said older house, they have open at the mid. So their central circulation must be there. And nowadays they're making like that or not? We don't have such a provision, isn't it? But in that older house, if moist is there for quite a long time, then which produces molds. Mold means what? It's a kind of fungus only. And molds that are then circulated through the house. Then which easily attack anything. Then it spreads its population by consuming any organic matter inside the house, like vegetables, whatever, cooked foods also. Then it increases the population. After it, what will happen further? Dust mites grow in damp, warm environment. That is okay. Everywhere we are cleaning the utensil and everything we are making such a damp condition. If we leave it for a little longer time, it dries. If we without leaving drying, we keep it inside. You yourself can observe that after 4 or 5 days, if you take out, some sort of things might be growing inside, find out. And beyond that, all the fruits and vegetables, cooking and cooked item and non-cooked items also highly exhibits the growth of these mites. So those are all making the population or breeding their population inside the house, which grows in such a way to reach uncountable. Humidity level in the home plays an important role in controlling the environment that some biological contaminants grow and thrive in. A safe humidity level is 30 to 50%. What does it mean? We are only talking about there must be enough ventilation. The humidity level is supposed to be controlled. The temperature is supposed to be this much. And the circulation of air is required. Everyone is talking like that. Those who are talking about indoor pollution or air pollution. But if that is the case, then why people are making AC room, AC refrigerator, and centralized AC, standalone system, all those things? If they want to have really enough circulation of air and really they wanted to have enough ventilation, then no need of AC, no. The concept is itself, it's controversy. They are advising, even when if you want to construct the house, if you want to get an approval or license, then you have to provide what is the area of the plot, what is the area of construction, in that how many rooms will be there, and how many doors and windows, what is the size of that, and what is the bore level, what is the population, how many members are there in that family, or how many people are going to stay. All those things we have to fill it up. And if we provide a small window size or big window size, whatever it may be, if it is controversial to that standard level, they won't approve and they are asking us to change the value. This is the Indian pattern. Okay, and everywhere people are mentioning that around 50% of humidity we have to maintain. Around 50% of humidity we supposed to maintain inside the house. These are all essential. For that, you are supposed to provide enough ventilation. That is essential. In such a situation, why they are talking, why they are giving much importance to the AC? So those are all only on the paper or what? That is true. That is rules and regulation, policy, concept, everything is there. When the luxury is coming into the picture, all these rules and regulation and all will be going away. So once this AC room is coming, we are opening and closing. Somebody would have gone for smoking. They will come. They will exhaust something. They also respirate, and they also doing simultaneous all actions. So everything will be accumulated in the AC room only. If we stay from right from morning 9 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock, what will happen? Where this pollutant will go? Isn't it? Even the people, those who were working before 50 years, only with light and fire, with open air, they have survived better health than us. We are having all sort of facility. We are having all modern food, and we are living in the modern world, but we have all sort of issues. So this is the reason. Whatever the lifestyle we wanted to enjoy, we are enjoying. Whatever the good health condition people are advising through the government is also making on the paper, and people also reading on the paper. That's all. So at least we should not be like this. AC is required when the temperature goes above 40 degrees centigrade. That time we supposed to use, otherwise we feel in other ways total hydration it takes place. Because the temperature is high, all the water will be evaporated. If it is evaporated, the body will be dehydrated. Then if it dehydrates, we ourselves will lose our energy. It is quite difficult to work for a long time. So that time we can use, but it should not be a habit. Even in this climate, when the winter season also it needs to be run, means it is not at all required. This is unnecessary things I could see. So health effect of what are the biological contaminant inside the door or indoor we have seen. So wherever the damp condition is there, moist conditions are available, and there the provision we are providing to grow molds and bacteria, then automatically they will grow and enjoy with us. That's all. So what are the effect of those things? We'll see. This biological contaminants trigger allergic reaction and asthma attacks. Obviously, wherever the molds are there, first which initiate the problem of allergic, then it is extended to asthma. Molds and mildew can release diseases causing toxic. This toxic substances, wherever it goes, wherever it immediately affect the tissue cells inside the body. If tissue cells is affected means actually in our body every day, all from our childhood to our old age, the cell division is taking place. That's what I will give you one small example for that. If you have the fever for 3-4 days, you may take the medicine. Viral fever or normal fever, 3-4 days take means you may take the medicine. The medicine creates some antibodies. That antibodies fight with that whatever the viral virus inside there. Then it kills the virus. Once it is completely died, then you will be all right from the disease. But whatever that medicine you have taken, which kills that viruses, and along with the, some of the cells also will be becoming inactive. The cell division means first one cell will divide it into that binary division will go up. You know that 1 become 2, 2 become 8, 8 become so 2 become 4, 4 become 16, 16 become 64. Like that binary division goes up. All the time from our child, day 1 birth to till death it happens. So when it happens only that whatever the fever I said is after 3-4 days, some of the cell might be damaged. That's what we are feeling some tiredness and we would have not taken enough food. This cell division rate might be little less. After you will be all right from the fever, after fever control, 3rd day or 4th day onwards for few days, you feel hungry like anything, feel to eat anything and you wanted to eat more. And also, whatever the food normally you take in, more than that normal food you used to take. Is it correct or not? Ma'am, did you feel like that? Saki madam also is not there. Did you feel that such a feeling at any time? Okay, okay. Carry on, carry on, carry on. But I am telling very important point now. Okay. So that is the reason. That means it develops the new cells through the cell division. If this kind of contamination is there, the toxic substances, anything will go inside, which inhibits that functions. Then symptoms include sneezing, coughing, dizziness, fever, and a digestive problem must be there because of this contamination. Children and elderly are particularly susceptible to diseases causing biological, because some people are susceptible to tuberculosis, some people are susceptible to what is that called, jaundice, like that many categories are there. So those people are there, I mean, by this contamination that will be spread over. Okay. Then heaters, stoves, fireplaces, and chimneys. By the name itself, you can understand that all the four, they are operating at very high temperature and which releases gases at a high temperature. Those gases which will be creating or which are creating the environmental pollution, whatever we have discussed till date. They are releasing carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particles or particulate matter. Carbon monoxide is, we know that it is a colorless, odorless gas, so we cannot understand that carbon monoxide is generated inside the house. And nitrogen dioxide also, it is little brown tinge must be there, but when very less quantity is formed, we cannot find out. But the thing is, it is odorless, we cannot identify. Particulate matter released when the fuel are incompletely burned through the incomplete combustion. And the health effect of this auxiliaries at home. Carbon monoxide at high level causes unconsciousness and death. As I have told you few years before in the same class, like your senior or super senior, they said, in one room, one mother, one daughter and one son, they slept. It seems they are small kids, like 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, below 10 years. Then a night they slept well, morning when they went and saw, they passed away. They died. Then they have find out the way how it happened, what it happened. When they searched, then they understood because of inhaling of this carbon monoxide only it happened. From where sudden they have closed, because that is winter season, they have closed everything and they kept the deepa, wood, the agarbatti, this, that, and all. And because of that, when the air was not sufficient, it was not burning well, then carbon monoxide was evolved. And it was accumulated in that particular small room. It is confined size, confined room. So they have inhaled, all the three become unconsciousness. One cannot ask the other, another one or other one what happened like that, and all the three were passed away. Simply they slept and died. So that much dangerous this carbon monoxide. So that is spread out only because of incomplete combustion only. So we are very passionate to make Deepam, Agarbatti, this and all. Okay, we made it. But be conscious, if it is, once it's over, you have to turn off it. Put it off. The Agarbatti is used, the leftover thing, don't leave it as it is done. Do like that, and Agarbatti, Karpuram, and one more thing, smoke will come. All those things make the same sort of effect. Be conscious, this is in our hand only, this kind of things and all. And carbon monoxide is very high, low level will give headache, dizziness, disorientation, and nausea. And similarly, nitrogen dioxide increase the risk of respiratory infection that we have seen in many places of whenever we are talking about the oxides of nitrogen. This nitrogen dioxide irritates the eye, nose, and throat. The particulate matter can get into the lungs and damage lung tissues. That also we have seen many things in this paper. Household products. This household products means what? These are all essential and we are using. And we cannot escape from all those things. But how it is responsible for other diseases at home and how it could be eliminated, we'll see. Any organic chemicals in household products are released during use and possible during storage. Any organic means what? Anything, if you take any vegetables, any fruits, including our body, all are organic material, isn't it? If you take materials at home, wood items, food items, cloth items, and our body, animals, plants, vegetables, fruits, everything is organic matter only. But some of the organic compounds are released when we are using the product or when we are storing the product. You know that we are cutting the tomato. Yeah, how carefully if you cut it and use it also, there must be a leak of some juices from the tomato. Those are all organic matter only, isn't it? If you leave the tomato for a little longer time, which makes some fungus formation. That is true. And organic chemicals are found in paints, varnishes, cleaning supplies, and disinfectant. All that morning only I told you. This paint, varnishes, cleaning supplies, whatever the things we are using, disinfect, everything organic matter only. Level of a dozen common pollutant were found to be 2 to 5 times higher in homes than outside. We are thinking that we are closing the door and we are staying at home only. We are not at all going out on the road, public road, this, that, there the dust is more and wastewater is lying here and there. So mosquitoes are breeding, mosquitoes are biting, and the dust is sitting on us. Like that, nothing we are exposure here. We are staying inside the house, that the house is very clean and high-fi, and we are sitting in a high-fi furnitures. We are using everything high costly items. So we are, no. The thing is, please try to read that sentence again. Levels of a dozen common pollutant were found to be 2 to 5 times, not 2 to 5 times, five-fold higher in homes than the outside. Dozen of pollutant. There are many pollutants. Level of a dozen of pollutants are 2 to 5 times higher than the outside. This is the fact. We can't. So one time, one fold when we are exposing to outside air, we are sneezing and we feel that discomfort will become tired and our eyes are irritating and our dress has changed and dust is deposited here and there and we are changing our face like expression through expression. Many things we are doing, but they are telling according to the report, it is the dozen of pollutant are 2 to 5 times more than the outside, inside the house. You could be able to imagine it. Yes, obviously. Because, for example, 2 molecular carbon monoxide is evolved. and 10 molecules of carbon monoxide is evolved in the outside, that 10 molecule of carbon monoxide easily will be dissolved and it will be dispersed. We cannot count at all. But these two molecules are accumulating in the closed environment, would be lying for quite a long time, which compulsory kill any part of the human body because there is no exposure. And also the pressure is inside is more or outside or more, you know that. How it is transferred from low pressure to high pressure, it cannot go. Inside is low, outside is more. The temperature of the outside is more, inside is less. It cannot reversely will go from low pressure to high pressure. High pressure to low pressure only will come. So there is no way to escape from the building. That's what. If outside 100 molecules are there and inside 2 molecules are there also, the impact of 2 molecules is more than the 10 molecules in outside. That's the effect they are telling. Dozen of chemicals, they pollutant they identify 2 to 5 times higher in home than the outside. It is very, very important information for life, please. And increase the risk of cancer with high concentration of indoor air chemicals. That's what I told you yesterday or today, I don't know. If you look at the history of cancer patient, not nowadays, earlier days, and 10 years, 20 years before, if you look at the history, means ladies only has more than the gents. And the gents also, those who are exposed to that cooking, they and smoking, they may have more. And otherwise, ladies only have more. Other symptoms include headache, nausea, dizziness, and vertigo. Those are also coming because of this household products. And what's a formaldehyde? About a formaldehyde, I would have spoken more. This formaldehyde has the effect. It is this is also a organic matter. In general, this organic matter is formed in atmosphere by photochemical reaction. That is, photochemical reaction happen in the atmosphere with some of the hydrocarbon. In the presence of oxides of nitrogen along with the sunlight, which undergo chain reaction, it makes one of the product aldehyde and another one is ketone. Then peroxyl acetyl nitrate, organic peroxides. Many compounds are among the this formaldehyde is one of the important pollutant. But at a house, indoor how it forms, we'll see. Indoor source for this formaldehyde is very important things to be notified. Building materials, smoking, and household products. What is the household products means what you can do. Nowadays, the people for the marketing purpose, they are making particle wood. MDF, they used to say. MDF. That MDF means what? Medium or modified dense fiber. That small particle they will get, they will compress it, and then they may bind it. They are making the wood, all furniture item. They are called MDF. That MDF, when they are doing it, it releases some of the chemicals, many chemicals. One among the important compound is formaldehyde. And also, we are very passionate to use this plywood material because that looks good and it is not heavy. It is easy to use, easy to clean, and it looks very neat and so. That's what we are. Even I am speaking like this. Even at my home also, I have this plywood material. Without a plywood nowadays, very few houses are there. Either they are not using any furniture, or another side is they were very rich people, they are using only wood, they are neglecting to use this plywood. These two are the extreme cases. And the remaining middle class people, all people are using plywood. Either one or other item must be there. That plywood is also one of the important source for release of this formaldehyde. Can you agree that we are buying the thing, we are using the thing, and we are keeping at home very nicely? And weekly, many days, we are cleaning it with water or something like that, and happily we are enjoying with that. But which releases some of the pollutant that we can't even imagine it. We'll see what is the effect of this formaldehyde. Then you people will be really shocked. At least then after you please stop buying the plywood item. Either if you want to buy, you can buy the plastic things or polymer item you buy. That will not emit much. But this kind of low cost wood item looks like very nice. But which is when the person is staying at home for a long time and the newborn child is exposure to this plywood material or particle wood material, they must be affected by this problem. Immediately for some of them, it takes find out. And for some people, after some time, they will. Then we are telling it makes, what is the problem of formaldehyde? If you read out, you will be shocked. Then we are telling that over the period of time, my kids were studying when it's small. And when it comes to the higher classes, it is not studying well means he or she, then we cannot blame them. We are giving such an environment, it damages their cell. And how they can? That the cell damages means their memory power gone down. Many things are there. And the rate at which formaldehyde released from compressed wood can change. Okay, obviously, based on the thickness, it will change. Health effect of formaldehyde. You see now. Symptoms of exposure to formaldehyde includes watery eyes, burning sensation in the eyes and throat, and nausea. High level of exposure can trigger an asthma attack. It also may cause cancer in human. Would you understand that when you are buying the plywood item, the table, chair, and the small items, when we are buying, we happily will buy that will be useful for us. And we ourselves we will sacrifice and satisfy with the product, and happily will buy and enjoy with those products. When we come to know those are all triggering this kind of diseases, and it affects the kids too much when they are exposure to this particular chemical for quite a long period consistently. That could not be recoverable. Like that changes it makes. So be conscious. And health effect of pesticide. You know, pesticide, nowadays it is become pesticide industry itself. Earlier days, when we were small, we can say 20 years, 30 years before, if any fertilizer industry is coming means, the people are very eager to know what kind of fertilizer, what is the use of that, how it promotes the growth and yield, and how to use it, how much it should be used, how frequently it has to be used, and how to maintain. All those things people are giving more importance and conscious, and they are following such a way things. Now, equally they are giving importance to the pesticide also. Now the pest is not only for the agriculture department, and now in the time is changed into the pest used for the household purpose is becoming one of the important alarm in the world, because we are dumping the waste here and there. Nowadays, in the past 10, 15 years, 15 years only, all this industrial waste, hospital waste, municipal solid waste is being used in a proper manner. So either they are burned out properly for generation purpose, and some of the things they are using for dumping, and they are getting some sort of manure that will be used as a soil amendment. That is the practice nowadays it's going on. But 15, 20 years before or before that, if you take all the solid waste wherever they have collected, they dumped somewhere. So what will happen? Then it slowly that undergoes decomposition. The leachate will go down and it will be penetrate and percolate somewhere here and there. Then it goes and mix with our underground water. If rain comes means which promotes the penetration and percolation into the groundwater, then the groundwater quality will be contaminated in all aspects, biological, chemical, physical, and radiological, everything, all the parameter, all the characteristics will be altered. Then when we are using that water, we cannot blame the groundwater or area. In this area, the water is like that. That area, what purpose people have used, we should understand first. We are not doing like that. And the proper disposal concept or techniques were not available during that time. So the people were not aware of it. If we dump here, okay, it is far away from my house. Okay, that's done. That's all. It is done. My job is over. That was the concept. But because of this, if it is not happening right now, in future, how it affects that generation and that place, no one has that free thoughts. Then it almost our underground water is damaged. I can't say certain, it is contaminated to certain level in some of the areas, not everywhere. As I told you yesterday, in the industry, the tannery industry is there in one particular district of Tamil Nadu. That tannery industry effluence along with that leachate, when it entered into the groundwater and it affected it is totally affected the entire area groundwater that could not be used nowadays. The land surfaces were exposed to dispose that waste. It could not be used for the agricultural practices. Now, it became unfit to that. It is completely becoming toxic. And the color of the soil has changed. The area of water quality has been totally changed. Color of the water, other characteristics of water is not at all matching for the human use. If you do the treatment also, how much amount do you have to spend to do the treatment? Instead of that, you can recycle the water from the industry and you can use it. Like that, contamination happened in the underground because of this kind of thing. So this pesticide, that's what when everything is happening now, according to the not are in fact because of increase of population and that for our shelter purposes, we are expanding the area from a core side in city into a little outer side. Earlier days, these people are disposing or dumping this waste where the extended area is going in cities. There only they dump. When they dump all these insects, termites, rodent, everything would have been developed. Now you want to construct the area, construct a house in that area, what will happen? If we dig out that underground, what it will come? Then only insect will come, no? Isn't it? We only dump the waste out of the city. Now the city is expanded throughout the world. Everywhere the city is expanded like anything, all the sites. Then that where you are expanding, there only you dump the waste. Then where it will go, all these insect, rodent, termites and all. It must be in underground. Now when you dig out that population or seed or eggs must be there, it is spreading like anything, breeding like anything, and like how much sort of binary division is taking place, we do not know. And actually, then that's what we are facing the problem of termites, insect, rodents, and the houses. You know that in Hyderabad, how many houses are free from cockroaches? I don't know. But in most of the houses, they have this issue. Most of the buildings, they have this issue. I know that. And one of my colleagues earlier days used to say, if you see the GIS of underground of Hyderabad, you could see only the cockroaches. They used to make fun like anything. Then like that much of issue they have, people are facing. Even I was staying earlier in one house. That was the new house. We are the first tenant. In that house, every 2 years once I spend for 4 or 5,000 rupees for this cockroach control. That much. Once we did the job, millions and lakhs and millions of cockroaches were dying. From where it has come, we do not know. But plenty came out. These are all my experience. So the pesticide industries are very important. The use of pesticides are very important to control this insect, termites, and rodents. Then what will happen out of this? We'll see. 75% of United States homes use at least one pesticide product indoor in a year. Their houses are something like Hyderabad house only, I think so. And pesticides used in the home are usually for controlling pests such as insects, termites, or rodents. Other sources include contaminated soil or dust that find its way into the house. That is another thing. And because of use of this pesticide, it creates or gives headaches, dizziness, muscle spasms, weakness, and a nerve shock. Because pesticides means which is something like a poison only. I hope now you people can understand. Asbestos. You know that use of asbestos is banned in India? Ma'am, are you there? Are you there? Okay. You cannot talk. Are you aware of that asbestos usage is banned now? Yeah, it is banned. Now it is, we should not use asbestos sheet. Anyone is selling, actually the manufacturing itself, they have banned. Manufacturing itself, it stopped. It is, and illegally some people may do. But illegally, it should not be manufactured, it should not be marketed, it should not be used also. And the people, those who are using in that core city area, if any police case people can file also, it will be make it as a big case. They will take an action on the particular property owner. That is the status of use of asbestos. If that is the case, how much it could be dangerous, we can think that, isn't it? We'll see. Asbestos, people are not only using it for roof purpose. They are I told you now, when we are talking about the water distribution system, even asbestos pipe also people have used. Not only asbestos, that is mixed with something else, and they are making the pipe that is used for the water distribution. Then, because of this toxic effect of asbestos, when the people came to know by through research, then only it was banned. And commonly this asbestos people are used in building, that is as a roof. That's what people are saying, that is as a insulator. Insulation means what? Anyone can answer what is meant by insulation? What is meant by insulation? Ma'am, do you have an idea about insulation? I alone speak. I am getting spore also. Any one of you speak and interact? What is meant by insulation? From which electricity cannot transfer. Okay, good. Heat can be transferred. Okay. The substance which protects the loss of heat or current from the source to outside, the material is called insulator. The process is called insulation. The substance used for that is called insulator. Okay. So this behaves like an insulator in the house, means they are using it as a roof for building. Asbestos is now most commonly found in older homes and schools. In many schools, people are using that. And hi-fi schools and all, they have removed. And sources of asbestos are pipe, furnace insulation, asbestos shingles, millboard, textured paints, and floor tiles. Floor tiles, asbestos sheet alone cannot be used. It mixed with something else, then it could be made it as a floor sheet, it could be floor tiles, then it could be used. This is about the asbestos. Now, health effect of asbestos, it is very, very tough material. It is a fiber kind of material and very small it looks like. We can see but naked eye. And when the asbestos particles are inhaled and accumulate in the lungs, small particles can be entered into our bronchioles when we inhale. Then when it keep on going on like this, it accumulates in our lungs. So it causes lung cancer, mesothelioma, and asbestosis diseases. Symptoms do not usually show up until years after exposure. So immediately it's not showing that. So we have inhaled this asbestos particle, it entered, which caused some irritation. Nothing will happen like this. Over the period of time, which affects and causes the cancer. Now I will come to the point. I will give very important instruction to you people. The person, those who are staying inside the house or inside the building, they are going by only the car. They won't show up their face and hand also outside the atmospheric air. And house is inside, car is inside, office is inside. They are traveling like this. Many of such people are facing the problem of lungs related diseases, or they have skin related diseases. You know what could be the reason for that? I'll give you 2 minutes to think and answer to me. What could be the reason for that? Because we are thinking that when we are going out, all the environmental pollutant are there and ultraviolet radiation is coming and ozone is coming. Because of all those pollutant, we are affected. People are getting this X, Y, Z diseases. That's what we have studied till date. Now only I am talking something differently that about indoor air pollution. And this indoor air pollution, how it causes, I told you. And the person is not staying at one place. Sometimes they are at home, sometimes they are at office, and sometimes they are in the travel. And they are not stagnant at one place. They are mobile only. But most of the people, those who are living like that, they may suffer by cancer related issues, or they may suffer like skin related issues. Can you tell me what could be the reason for that? So this is the question. You people think and answer to me. I will give you 2 minutes time for you. I'll be on here line only. You can, if you have any doubt also, you can ask me. Don't say that is because of asbestos. Because of lack of vitamin D. Okay, we can say, but they are taking good food also, na? We can say something is depleted or lack, so that is affected. We can say to some extent, but that is not the exact reason for that. Then, any other reason? No air circulation within their region. So, no circulation. What is the causes for that? That is correct only. What is the cause for that? The air is very clean, then it will not happen, no? So, something is entered, that's what it gives that disease. So, what is that for something? No, we crossed all those things already. Other thing. Radon, it is an option. When the people are not at all putting their feet on the sand, how we can say the radon came with them? We cannot say that also. Then, yeah, without air circulation, what will happen inside the house? What are the possible pollutants can be created inside the house? If it is not air is not circulated, what will happen because of those chemicals? What are the possible chemicals? The person who is living like that, because that person may not go and cook it in the kitchen. Okay, so you can understand what could be the other chemicals. Maybe temperature will be less and condense. No, I'm not talking about the precipitation. I am talking about the person who is living luxuriously with all facilities and their life is high-fi and they want exposure to all atmospheric pollution, atmospheric condition, whatever we are undergoing. But they face some of the issues like whatever I have mentioned. What could be the source of it? I'm asking what could be the source? What pollutant or what substances which causes like that? No, ma'am, I will. In-house items are correct. In-house items are correct, but CO2 levels are increases. From where it increases? The person is, okay, I will come to the point. These are all the things you are talking about, the household things. I am telling the person is working in the office also. So what could be the reason I asked? One aspect they said, Reda, may be there that could be accepted. The thing is, please listen me very carefully. I'm going to give very important information. You people can keep your mind and heart on that particular area to avoid such issues in your family. You can follow this. I told you how the person lifestyle. What is the person's lifestyle? Because of that lifestyle only, they are having such a issue. I said. So the reason behind that is whatever the substances or materials or things they are using at home and office, those are all emitting some of the chemicals that unknowingly we are exposure to that. We are going to the office. In most of the office, you look at that, except a few companies, most of the private and government organization you look at means they are using this plywood item only. Most of the offices, one or in other form, they are using plywood item only. And it's little go for in-depth mean they may use some of the wooden item that also MDF only. And a little go forward, they are using paints and varnishes. All are organic substances. These all substances are one or in another way they are responsible for release of some of the hydrocarbon inside the building. And it could be the asbestos or it could be the whatever I said, there's plywood or whatever it may, paints or varnishes or similar kind of substances, and whatever the materials they are using, all are responsible for such a things. When 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, when they were exposed to the same thing, they supposed that how many days, how many hours that the skin and cells could be tolerated. And for everything, white blood cell only responsible. How long it could be? Then once over the period of time that will be inactive, then this will be dominated. Then it causes such a things. So the people used to say the person is not at all smoking, the not at all drinking, not at all eating outside food, and his lifestyle is something different, but he got the cancer means. These are all the reason. And one more important thing I would like to say to all of you that how the cancer is coming, if we will come to know, we will be shocked. We ourselves don't know that something entered into our body through our mouth only, not through nose or ears or something like that. And unknowingly it happens, sometimes knowingly happen. If we are eating something, everything digested, we are thinking. Many things are digested. Some of the small, minute particle which we cannot see naked eye, make use of with naked eyes, those substances, particles entered into our body. Somewhere it is stick on our body which could not be digested, and there makes some melanin growth. That only gives such sort of issues. That's why people used to say we have to detoxify our body by doing fasting, by drinking of too much of water. When we are doing like this, and some of the things unwateredly, wherever it sits, it will be washed out through by drinking lot of water. By doing a fasting, then whatever the unwanted things are there that started digested, like that issues will happen, which reduce. And many people are not fascinated to do like this because the world is fastest world and a competitive world. They wanted to competitive, they have to do like this. So such a things they cannot do. So those could be the reason they are getting this kind of issues. So keep whatever I talk in mind and please avoid such a things. Even we are thinking that many advertisement came upon the usage of Pepsi, Cola, even this noodle masala, silver nitrate or silver something is there. If you use mean that will not be digested, it will be accumulated in one or other places in our body. Immediately we cannot understand, we will not come to know the impact of those material in our body over the period of sometime it will be digested. Sometime it will not be. It is our unlucky. That's what God is there. We are all believing and trusting and we are following. So God can do everything, except God, nothing can be done. That is what we have to trust. Because sometimes the same material could be digested. Sometimes that cannot be digested, it will be staying out of body. And which exists here and there, where it exists, there it creates a problem. Okay. So careful to use all those material. Drink plenty of water. Once a while do the fasting. These are all important. And detoxify the body with some of the natural foods like green leaves material. Like that and all will detoxify the body. Water, drinking enough water is good. We only have to take care of all those things. So these are precautionary things I have given. We are simply taking some of the thing without knowledge. We are buying something and we are keeping at home. Without knowledge, we are using some of the things. Many mistakes we are doing. We are thinking that use of all cosmetics are good. No, 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 no. Some of the cosmetics are good, I agree. Not all. And the people are introducing some of the shampoos. In that, they are adding some EDTA. EDTA to some extent only, that when they are adding the EDTA, which gives a nice lather. So when you use it, we can get nice lather in your head, and we are happily saying that this particular shampoo is very nice, and they made good smelly items also, flavored item also. Then it gives nice smell. We are feeling that that is very good, but that is only the problematic things. So we have to depend on many of the nature-based things, Ayurvedic items, other naturopathy items, especially for cosmetic items. If we follow, some of the things could be reduced. So next one is, this is the health issue of asbestos. Everywhere asbestos is being used, one or in another form. Some people are using roof, some people are using side, some people are using as flooring material. Somewhere it was being used as a water pipe, and even huge water pipe system also they have adopted the same thing. Anywhere people are using, but that is very, very, very dangerous substance. That's what the government is banned to manufacture that. But still people are making illegally here and there. That God only have to take care of them. Another important thing is lead. I would have told about the lead. Lead is a hard metal, heavy metal. And the source of lead are in petrol and petroleum product, they are using as anti-knocking agent as in the form of trimethyl lead and tetramethyl lead, tetraethyl lead and trimethyl lead. That is coming out of the vehicle. It could be little digested because we wanted to use the vehicle. You have to provide the anti-knocking agent. Otherwise, it is knock it, then your bike will not run. Two-wheeler, four-wheeler, nothing will be run. So you people have used nowadays the technology development is being avoided the use of this. Whatever content is there contaminated, it can manufacture, it can be managed. So they are not using their this anti-knocking agent. Without that, vehicles are running. But that also the government has taken enough action on it. Then the companies were working on it, and they bring down the lead level like anything, especially the emission from the automobile industry, total automobile industry. But other than that, the people, those who are using such a things, sources of lead are lead-based paint, contaminated soil, dust, and drinking water also are all the sources for this lead. Lead pipes are the source of lead in your drinking water. So don't use lead related pipe. There they can add the lead in which kind of pipe you should understand. The pipe cost is less, so I have to use the pipe. Don't go. Think about it. Inquire about it. What is the material of the water pipe? Then what it could not be giving the, because some of the pipe releases this, some of the pipe releases zinc, and projection will happen. Many things are there. So inquire. If a little cost will go also, one time investment, you could make it as a good quality product, then consider and leave it. And lead paint as well as the paint chips was a problem in older homes, buildings, and schools that everyone knows. What is the health effect of this lead? At low level, lead can affect central nerve system. Central nerve system means what? Spinal cord. You know that. If it affects there, then how other system will work? If it work also, what is the use of it? Nothing is. Kidneys and blood cell. At the high level, it can cause convulsions, coma, or even death. Now, did you understand that? What are the source of lead? From the automobile industry releases, considerable reduction they made through the fuel modification as well as through the engine modification. That really we have to salute that particular department. Each and every public. But when it is released from your own water pipe, who can responsible? Who will be taken responsible for that? We only. So don't mind about the water or food related things in terms of money. Think about in terms of health. And if we invest in such a field little more also, it will come for little longer time than that low cost material. So think twice or thrice, then decide, then pick up the thing and use it in a proper manner. Please avoid whatever the mentioned issues of lead at low level and high level. High level leads to a death. Low level leads to the person will live also, which is something like death. Lead exposure on fetus and young children can be severe, causing delays in physical and mental development. This is very common nowadays. Around 10% of people are suffering like this in the world now. So, you people also must be aware of all these things. Then next one is effect on a household pet. We are all very happy to have this household pet. When I was talking about the methane emission and methane contribution to the greenhouse gas effect, you would have remembered means these grazing animals and pet animals, how much it is responsible for the methane pollution, you would have understood. If really you would understand that, then no one would like to grow the pet animals inside the house. They don't like to do also. Okay. So the pet animals, what it does, organic gases, formaldehyde and cigarette smoke are known to cause cancer in pet animals. Even then, they are giving the indoor pollution, how it affects in the pet animals, they have explained. The pollutant can also have a variety of lung alignments in the animals. The pets can ingest the pollutant by grooming themselves, because these are all the important part in their life cycle. Grooming. They take in what is the fur from the outside, the carpets and the air inside. And so we are all have these kind of issues. How we can overcome all of this? So whatever the source I have mentioned for the indoor air pollution, those are all the things we likely used. Likely we adopted, likely we are using it. In such a situation, how we can avoid usage of those and what is the alternative to be taken for those instead of those material. For example, if you want to use everything, then you can do you can have to use air exchangers. Allow user to manually or automatically adjust the fresh air flow within the home. Then there will be enough circulation of air. Then whatever the pollutants are forming and distributing inside the house will be dispersed in the air. And the UV air treatment system, I told you that wherever the moist situation is there and damp condition is there, there will be the production of bacteria and molds. If you reduce that by introducing UV treatment, UV air treatment means ultraviolet rays, if you are to spray through the air, those rays or air will be killed that molds or bacteria. Then it could be stop the growth. So that's what they are telling. UV air treatment system designed to prevent mold spore growth on air conditioning coils and damp places, wherever moist places are there in the house. Paints are now being made with the milk base. Are you aware of this? What is the milk-based paints? Any one of you can answer to me, please? What is meant by milk-based? paints. Last class I have given you some homework. What I have given you, ma'am? You and few of you are there. What was the question? Oh, no one is there in the class. Percentage of alcohol in drinking. So what is the percentage? What is the answer? Yes. This is one of the general knowledge question. It is not the exact value, it is the range of values. In different, even till date, I also confused with that concentration. No one is giving the correct information. No idea. Collect that. Okay. Okay. Then, what is the question, Avaya? What is milk-based paint? Milk-based paint means anyone can answer to me. Okay. This is another homework question. What is milk-based paints? It is very important subject. No, 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 no. You collect the information, these two. Let us see them. Okay. Milk-based paint. Many people are there. You people can interact. No, why you people are keeping quiet? Many are there. Who are all there? Let me check and tell you. Mahesh, Bhagyaraju, Lokapavani, Janagi, and Kumari Tandra. Everyone can interact. No. You are all the listener or just join and left. Raki ma'am is only the person is responding. No one is responding. So how you are interacting in the class also, it is important factor to be considered. It is not the time pass that we are sitting and shouting. Okay. If you take it positively, then positive effect will come. And further it is electronic and media air cleaners we can use. Capable of removing up to 94% of particles and particulate matter inside the house from the air that passes through a home comfort system. That is also available. And in many of the hospitals, this system is being used, media air cleaners. And it is sucking and releasing to some extent. Okay. In many hospitals, they are using such a system. I have seen this. And many hospital, hi-fi hospital and all, they are using humidifier and dehumidifier also. And whole house humidifier play a significant role in restoring and maintaining indoor air quality. So humidification means what you know, dehumidification means what you know. I have explained in the previous, in another subject. So one is adding of moisture, another one is removing of moisture. But doing this, you can maintain the air inside the door is little fresh. Fresh air in the sense without contaminant, without dispersion of this, that, and X, Y, Z, whatever I have mentioned. So that's all. From that, you can understand whatever we have discussed today. If you know what is air pollution, what is air pollutant, what are the problem and causes of air pollutant and the effect of air pollutant on living and non-living things, and followed by what are the different form of pollution, how it is globally affect, what is the global problem of this pollution, and how it is affected regionally like smog like this, and how it is being protected, we understood. Then what are the kind of rules and regulation laws are available in India to protect the safe and how you have to assess the air quality, and what is the method of air quality, method adopted for assessing the quality of air. Then through that, wherever they have analyzed, and how they on what basis they have categorized the polluted area. This is purely poor air, this is moderately polluted air, that is severe pollution. Like that categorization, 5 different categories are there. That is called air quality index. How on what basis they are deciding. We have seen such a things. That and all commercial activities. But when we come into the indoor pollution, this is individual responsibility to comfort us. Already, and American Medical Association, they have reported 50% of air pollution related illness caused by indoor air pollution only. Because of indoor air pollution, 14,000 people have died, and 8.5 million people throughout the world per year died by tuberculosis. And many data we have seen related to the indoor air pollution. Who is responsible for the indoor air pollution? State government or central government or international government? Who is responsible? The individual family people is only responsible for that. We are only responsible. So we cannot do anything for the state or district or country, but we can take care of our own family, no? So whatever the things, whatever the matter I have told you, if you don't have anything also, no problem, instead of buying the things which gives the problem. Instead of without table, you can survive, but with asbestos or this particle wood things which gives the problem to the kids, to big people, instead of we can sit on the floor also, nothing will happen. So we should have that kind of mentality. If I'll buy, I will buy the best. Otherwise, I will not buy. Like that concept we must have. Okay. Then we can reduce this indoor air pollution to some extent. This is in terms of material usage from our side. And better and best of controlling of indoor air pollution is we have to provide the ventilation provision to make use of the exhaust air or ventilator and whatever we have discussed now. That and all, it is not cheap. It is very costly things. Everyone cannot adapt, I agree. But very minimum things, if you construct the house, you can take some of the precautionary action. Otherwise, in the existing house, how you can circulate maximum airflow, you try and find out. We cannot open the window throughout the day, we live. 100% we cannot do for all the workers, job holders. But whenever we are at home, at least early in the morning, you can circulate it. Because early morning only we are cooking much. Early morning only our activities are more. Washroom usage, everything is more. So that time, maximum we try to open the doors. Door we cannot open, at least windows. Minimum air circulation try to provide. And one more, I am a staff, but I request all my beloved students, you can do all sort of puja, whatever the way you like to do. But please don't leave to accumulate carbon monoxide inside the house plenty. That can be reduced by make use of agarbattis, deepam, and karpuram. And one more thing is called some smoke will come now. That is called sambirani. What you people call in other languages, I don't know. Those things as your wish, but don't allow to accumulate inside. You may not understand the impact of this that releases in your emissions in your health immediately. And when the period of over the period of time, one or other thing compulsory will come. We cannot excuse from that. Fan you can use. Fan you can use. What you are doing, you are circulating the air inside only. It is not exhaling outside. Yeah, we are doing that. But it's supposed to allow the outside air should come inside air should go outside. Such a way we have to make a provision. What you close everything, switch on the fan, you will get the air. It is not circulating in the air, which is simply rotating the things. In the closed environment, it is rotating, or we can say the closed room, it is circulating. Here, the air circulation means what? Inside air should go outside of the building. Outside air should come inside of the building. Then the exchanges will happen. Any pollution is there, it will be distributed and it is diluted. Then a diluted thing will have less impact than the concentrated polluted air. That is only the concept. But the main thing is when you are doing the fry, when you are doing this kind of puja, and when you are doing some of the things using for clean and washing the soaps, this, that, and all, we are very modern people. Will use a toilet cleaner, toilet washers, Lysol, this, that, and all organic products only that you can use as a decontaminant. Okay, fine, well and good. But it's suppose all are evaporative, all are this volatile chemical only. It will be evaporated. The evaporated thing is supposed to go out of your house. Like that provision you make. Or if you are you just think about that, the old people, they are in 60 years, 70 years, 75 years, when they are staying at home, one or other problem they will have. The reason behind that, this only. One is food habit. Another one is they are in that inside the house, which we ourselves creating many pollutant inside the house. When they are consuming that polluted air only, they are getting many diseases. So it is my humble request. Please follow to some extent. We cannot do, we are not that much perfect. Even then we created by God. But some of the things we can do to protect whatever God gives to us. Okay, so the session is over. If you people have any doubt, you can ask me. You can clarify the doubt also. Interact this class, then it will be good. If I am only talking means it is one side speaker. I got bored really. If you interact, I could say many things. If you are not interacting, I myself mind is not creating to tell. Whatever I comes out of my mind, I'm telling. If you ask one question, for that one question, I would have spoken hundreds, 10, 50 sentences. Then you people can understand many things from that, or you will come to know many things. Okay, any doubt? Ma'am, shall we close the session? The time is up, isn't it? Thank you. Okay, you call me after 10, 15 minutes. Oh, okay, ma'am. Time is up. We'll close the session. They will close the meeting. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.